So now that you've heard the story of Socks for Mr. Wolf, we're going to do some decorating and some drawing for new socks for Mr. Wolf. Now I have actually drawn these socks for him already, but when I draw his socks, I usually just take one sort of fat black marker and I just start by drawing a little line at the top for the top of his sock, and then I'll draw one really long line down and curve it around like that, and then just go up to the top again. And I do it on the other side as well, a little line at the top and then a long line down that curves around and goes up again. And as you can see, it doesn't matter if they're exactly the same, but if they're close enough, and then I usually divide each sock into some sections so I can do different drawings or patterns in each section. Now for this example, I'm going to do the same thing for each sock, but actually if you would like to make socks with different patterns or designs in each one, that's absolutely okay too. And I think Mr. Wolf would like any kinds of socks, ones that match or ones that don't match. So if you have crayons or markers at home, you might want to just draw something in his socks. So you might want to draw some nice spots. And here are a few blue spots. Or you might want to draw something that is about the time of year that it is while you're making his socks. Right now it's autumn, so maybe you'd like to do some nice leaves. So I have some orange and yellow here to do some leaves. There's a yellow leaf here and a yellow leaf here. And I'm also going to do an orange leaf here, like that, and like that. So you might want to do something autumny, or you might want to draw something if there's a holiday coming up. So again, I might use the orange because we're getting very close to Halloween, and so you might decide Mr. Wolf would like some Halloween socks with the nice jack-o'-lantern there, and another one here, and there are its little eyes. Or you might want to do something completely different and draw something that you just would really like to see on socks. But I also thought we could do some patterns on the socks, and I have a few different things for making patterns. So one of the really simple things you can use to make patterns is if you have any stamp pads, you can just take those and just stamp, very easy. And you can do different colors. If you had different colors, you could do that. You can also, if you have bubble wrap at home, bubble wrap makes very nice patterns. And I just cut a little thin strip of bubble wrap here, and I was going to just put a little paint on my bubble wrap. So I'm going to wet a brush. So I've got a little jar of water and a small brush, and I'm going to use, I think, some green paint, and I'm just putting a little bit of green here onto the bubble wrap. Not too thick, just a little bit there. And I might actually try just a little stamp on scrap paper before I put it onto my sock. So I've just got a little piece of scrap paper here, and I'm going to just take this and make sure that it's going to work okay for me. So there. And you see you have some nice painty dots. So I'm going to just do a couple of those here on the sock now. So I've got one there, one there. They went a little outside, but that's okay. And then another thing you might do is I have cut a small potato. So here's a little potato, and I cut it into some triangles. And I was going to take some more of the paint. So again, I might use a little bit of green and make a little pattern here. There's a green triangle stamp and a green triangle stamp, and then I might take another color. So I've got a little bit of orange here, and I might put a little bit of orange on my other piece of potato I cut, and I can put that here so I can make a little triangle pattern. Whoop. And there's another one like that. It's kind of gone into this one here, so what I might do is just stamp that there too. So you can use some potatoes or carrots or apples, make nice stamps as well. And then you can also use a sponge, and I'm just going to grab my sponge, and so I've cut a sponge into a nice little thin shape like this, and I was going to put some paint onto it. So I also have some nice blue paint. So all these paints are just acrylic paints, so they wash out really easily, and you get nice bright colors with them. So I'm going to just put a little bit of the blue, I think, onto this part. I might actually put it on my brush because I just don't want a lot probably. Now I'm going to, if it's going to cooperate with me, or maybe I'll just put it onto the sponge now. Or this one might be a little bit stuck. So we'll just open it up and put a little on the brush that way. Okay, and now we're going to add this to maybe this part of the sponge, like that, just a little bit of paint. And we can use this to do maybe some stripes here like this on the last part of the sock. So those are just some simple ways to make some different textures and some patterns on your socks. I think I might finish these off by doing a little bit more drawing down here at the bottom. So I'm going to just draw in the heels, and I think I might just do a nice zigzag there and a little zigzag in the toe, and I actually might add another color too because I have a few different colored markers. So maybe I'll add some yellow here and some orange here. So now we have some nice colorful autumny socks for Mr. Wolf, and I hope that you have some fun making different patterns and colors and shapes for your socks as well. Thank you. Bye.